Hello, and welcome to the latest episode. Oh yeah, come on.
Kids sync.
Yeah.
Is all the volumes okay?
Shut up, Dave.
Shut up when we're clapping. Because there needs to be 3 distinct...
Go on, clap.
Peaks.
The fuck. Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of Crash Helmet Formula 1. Joining us in studio tonight is...
I'm Evan Kearns.
And I'm Josh Sherry.
And I'm Fintan McGuinness. So Evan, over to story time.
We've got a new segment today. It's called Story Time, where basically I tell a random story from F1's past.
Can you say that any more enthusiastically?
No, I've got a little kind of teasing title to it. It's called 33 Stewardesses.
Oh, you tease.
Oh, yes. Now, anyway, so I'm going to set the stage. October 1976.
Right.
What do you think is going on?
Formula 1 Championship.
It's coming to an end. We're in Japan.
Okay.
Lauda versus Hunt.
Right.
Fantastic.
Hunt arrives in Japan 2 weeks before
Why?
the Grand Prix, because he wants to get settled in for the race of his life. And how does he get settled in for the race of his life, gentlemen?
Vomiting like fuck.
Drink lots of champagne.
That's one of 3 things he does.
What about the other 32 women?
Spread many bodily fluids around the
He
piss.
did. So what happened was 2 weeks beforehand, he went on a binge of alcohol, cannabis, cocaine, and British Airways stewardesses.
Yes.
That's what he did. 33 of them, in fact. So what he did was he was in the Tokyo Hilton.
Okay.
James Hunt was in the Tokyo Hilton.
Can I just go back, right? I thought he meant like Jackie Stewart S's, as in like...
Oh,
No,
what?
Air stewards.
Okay.
So what he used to do was he'd wait in the lounge of the Tokyo Hilton and wait for the stewardesses who would be arriving to a 24-hour overnight stay.
Right.
And he'd meet them in the lounge, invite them up to his room. Of course none of them were going to say no to James Hunt. I mean, he's a good looking bloke. He was fighting for a world championship. Everyone knew who he was. So he'd bring them up and then they'd have sex. Then he'd chuck them out. Rinse, repeat, whatever. That's what happened anyway. But the story keeps going, lads. The story keeps going.
He's like the Duracell bunny, this fucker.
He is like the Duracell bunny. So then he arrives at the racetrack, and on the Friday doing practice, he is caught in front of a grandstand of fans with his trousers down around his ankles, well, his race suit down around his ankles, peeing in front of about 10,000 people.
I thought that was going to be much worse.
Oh no, it gets worse.
Okay.
No,
I thought it was a solo act.
It gets worse, including Finton's favourite team, a certain Williams man,
Oh.
Patrick Head.
Hey.
So anyway, on race day, Patrick Head accidentally at this time Patrick Head was a young car designer. So Patrick accidentally walks into the wrong garage,
Okay.
into James's garage, and he walks in to find James's bare arse staring him in the face. Again, his race overalls down around his ankles, with some young Japanese girl in front of him.
Oh, like when you say young, like
No, like
she was over 18.
She was over 18.
Okay.
I don't know how old she was, but anyway. Apparently, Patrick has said, and I'm quoting this from the source I got it from, James turned around and started laughing, and then continued doing what he was doing. But anyway, then lads, obviously after that, then he went off, got sick, got into the car, drove the race of his life, and won the 1976 Formula 1 World Championship.
I thought you were going to say the race there. I was like, no, he didn't.
That's amazing.
He won the World Championship.
I mean, I am severely disappointed at Ron Howard for leaving that out of Rush.
I think it would have tainted him a bit. Like, we knew what he was like. Like, bear in mind, he was married at this stage.
He was.
He was married and he had sex
Hardly
with
happily.
Well,
No,
yeah, were they not like split up by the end of the championship, no?
I think it was after or I don't know, I'm not
No.
entirely sure, but they were split up, but they weren't divorced, whatever. But yeah, he had sex with 30 odd women in the space of 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like,
Weight reduction.
Where was the source coming from?
the source?
Mm.
No, I can't say that. I've a couple.
Closely guarded
they're
secrets.
written sources, like they're books and whatever. But like, where it gets better then is when Hunt was actually returning home then for, you know, his welcoming back in Britain.
Right.
He'd 24 hours before his flight,
Yeah.
and he got almightily pissed off in Japan. Then got on the plane, continued to be almightily pissed off, and then he was supposed to go on some chat show. I can't remember who it was for.
Terry Wogan.
We'll say
I
Terry
think it
Wogan.
was Terry Wogan.
What? Was
I
it?
actually think it was Terry
But it
Wogan.
might have been.
Well, you know.
Let's say it was Wogan.
Actually, just in the talk of Terry Wogan, have you seen the terrible statue in Limerick of him? He looks
No.
like a caricature.
Statue of Terry Wogan?
Down by the quay, yeah.
It's news
So-
to me.
It's nearly as good as Eddie Irvine's karting track.
So anyway, let's say it was Wogan.
Yeah.
Wogan was this close to not allowing Hunt out onto the show because he was that drunk. And then we all know what happened.
But he was a
after
very functional alcoholic.
He was. He won a world championship.
All the best sporting stars are functional alcoholics.
Yeah.
James Hunt, George Best, and many, many more that I cannot
Kimi
name.
Räikkönen.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Is Ronnie an alcoholic?
Well, he was some sort of drug abuser.
There you
Anyway,
go.
lads, that's our
Secret to success.
alcohol.
Do drugs, kids.
Alcohol, drugs, and women. If you want to win a world championship, apparently
In that order.
in that order. So anyway, lads, that's our story time with Evan of the week.
Story time.
Story time.
Thank you. So
you.
remember, like
Please.
and subscribe. And what? No, it's down there, isn't it? It's like towards
That's
you.
my gentleman relish.
It's down there.
James Hunt.
Look,
Up here.
Suzuki, be quiet. Not here. All right. Love it. Like and subscribe. See you in the next episode.
here.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.